About this time, 1998, I was diagnosed with the secondary progressive stage of MS. And that is where basically things start going downhill. I had been in the relapsing remitting stage, which if you're familiar with it or unfamiliar with that, it sort of almost comes and goes. When you go into the secondary progressive stage, it's basically a straight downhill slide. And keep in mind, even though I'm making all these references, I am no doctor. This is just what I've researched and experienced, and what the medical profession has told me. But anyway, just telling you my experience, the MS just exploded. It just exploded in my body, and every symptom that was magnified. It was, times 10, and then some. And here they all came to the point, Margie, where I was literally, it was lightning fast, and I couldn't walk anymore. And I had been on a cane, but I just couldn't walk.
Yeah.
And I wound up.
Even with the cane?
No, ma'am, not even with a cane. Cane, walker, no. No, I mean, it was gone. And so I was bedridden half the time. That's where it went. I was bedridden half the time. And what happened next was probably one of the most, if I can call it, a beautiful experience. As bad off as I was, it was one of the most beautiful experiences, because what was happening to me was what was happening to my mother, and what my doctor had predicted to happen. Because one thing I neglected to mention was, just as I had gone into the secondary progressive stage, the doctor, and I was about to get this bad off with MS, the doctor literally had sent me home to die. And I will never forget his words. They are branded in my mind. And the doctor said to me, "Sue Ellen, I want you to go home and get your affairs in order, because there is nothing more I can do for you. Nothing more I can do for you." And I didn't believe him. I believed him, but I believed in God. And I know, as I've said time and time again, God knows the time better than we do.
That's right.
And we are, sometimes we don't have anything to say about it.
That's right.
And as I lay there on my deathbed, and I'm telling you, he had told me I was dying. I did not have that much longer left to live, he said. Now, remember the promise I made to Jesus back at La Milagro. And I remembered that, I nearly died, or I could have died easily on that cold night from hypothermia, being laid out paralyzed on the floor. That was my first miracle. And again, I remembered that, and I prayed, and I said, "Lord, here I am. If it's my time to go, so be it. But if you would like me to hang around a little bit longer," I once again, and I reiterated that promise again, I will take this message, whatever you fate for me in life, what this message is, whatever you create, whatever you send me, whatever you wish me to do, I, Father, will take it wherever you wish.
That's the reason you're here today.
Yes.
And you're telling all these people, all our viewers, all about it, because you made a promise to God.
I made a promise to God, and I intend to keep it until I do take my last breath.